Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of R&Dgarage. I want to give a warm welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for subscribing, for liking my videos, and for sharing them. Well, today is an extra special day because I have my very good friend Nick here with me. Hi Nick!
Hey, how's it going?
It's going pretty good, thank you. Anyway, I'm super excited he's here because he brought his 2008 R32 that we're going to be changing the plugs and coils on. But before we do that, I kind of wanted to ask him about his car. We met a couple years ago at a Cars and Coffee and just totally hit it off. It was awesome. So when you were purchasing a car, what made you think about the R32?
To be honest, I didn't know that much about this car. One of my coworkers was like telling me, why don't you get that Golf with like the huge engine? And I'm like, what Golf with a huge engine? And I was like, okay. I looked it up, did some research, and I heard the VR6 for the first time, and I was like, yep, done. I was like, I need this car.
Nice.
So, and plus, with the all-wheel drive and everything, it's just so fun to drive around corners and everything. So, yeah, I love it.
Nice. Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to take such good care of it today.
Thank you.
Super excited. So, yeah, let's get started. Okay, guys. Well, our first step is removing this slim black panel right here. And you'll see when you go to remove it, I've already kind of done it, but there's some clips scattered throughout, like, on the front here. And so once you undo those clips, it'll lift right off. Okay, now these can be a little bit fun as well. So I found, I guess they have a special tool, but I find using this paint tool actually helps to get off the plugs because there's a tab on one side of each plug, and you notice they kind of reverse, like this one's on the left side, this one's on the right, and so you'll just kind of have to play it by ear going down the line. So what you're going to do is lift off or lift up on the tab with the tool and just kind of shake. And so this way they are super easy to get off. And as always, make sure to have your engine have the car off for a couple hours. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit warm, but that's okay. It's a hot day anyway today. Okay. So as you can see, this tool is awesome for this. We were kind of figuring out the proper way to do this. This is actually the first German car I've worked on so far, so things are a little bit different than a Honda. So this is great. So I'm pressing this down just a little bit and it's time to move on. So as you see, the tool goes right under the tab. It lifts up and you can pull it off. And you can see that's what happens. Okay guys, now we're taking out those spark plugs. So it's almost the same as the Honda where you want to, tape your socket onto your extension before when you break it off and everything. With these, you really have to make sure that the socket is fit down on the spark plug before you break it. So, and you will feel a nice thunk. Okay, let's do this. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. That off. Yep, maybe I should have broken it a little bit more. There we go. Okay, what I'm going to do is take off one glove. It's hard to grip. Perfect. Okay, and this plug actually looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead, yank it out, and just to save us some time, I'm going to do the rest off camera. Okay guys, you know how we roll. Now we're going to compare our new parts to our older parts just to make sure that it's the same thing going back in. And yeah, those obviously look identical. Let's go ahead and throw these spark plugs in. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and throw in the first spark plug, and then off camera, I'll do the rest just to save time. So with these spark plugs, it's not like the Honda where you kind of have to press in and then start finger tightening. This is just gently insert in and right away start tightening. So let's go ahead and do that. and you'll feel it catch. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Okay, so that's about finger tight. Now I'm going to go ahead and torque these to factory spec, which we'll put up here. And you always want to be careful. There we go. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead, throw in the rest. Okay guys, time for the coils. So again, let's do a quick compare. This is the older one, this is the newer one, and they look identical, except it looks like they came up with a new rubber booty for the new coils. So, but this looks good. Let's throw them in. Okay guys, so I'm just going to put in the first one on camera and then again go off camera to install the rest. So the main deal with these is make sure that these go in so that they align with the plug wires like this, with the tab on the side. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and push this down. There we go. And now I'm going to push. Actually, you know what? I'm going to hold off on the plug wires until I have all the coils installed. So, okay, I'll go ahead and do the rest. Okay, well the coils are all pushed in. This is great. So now we're going to go ahead and put on the plug wires. So if you remember the way we took them off, we had to basically unsnap these guys by lifting off. But now we can just kind of press them into place and we should hear a little click. Let's see. Oh yeah, barely a little click, but it's kind of there. And again, these, you know, some of the tabs are on the right, some of the tabs are on the left, so you're just going to have to line them up. Oh, that was a nice click. Didn't break. You can hear my buddy shaking in the background. Perfect. Okay. And now, obviously, the next step is to make sure all the wires are still in place on the black panel. And I'm going to go grab that and snap it on. Okay guys, well, we're done plugging in the plug wires, and so now I'm going to snap on the black panel here. And it's easiest if you hook it on from the front first on the plug side, and then go ahead and snap down the tab. Just like that. Well, this looks like it's back to normal. Well, Nick, thank you so much for bringing your car in.
Yeah, thank you for doing the work.
Oh, you're welcome. You've got fresh spark plugs, fresh coils. You are good to go.
And it looks like a lot of the tools that Volkswagen made for, you know, specifically the spark plugs and taking the little tabs off, you don't need. So
yeah, save money, use what you got. Yay. Well, guys, thank you so much for joining us on this journey. Our first German car on the channel. It's so exciting. I want to thank again all of you for subscribing to R&Dgarage, for watching our videos, and for sharing them. Have a great 4th of July and be safe.